everybody, it's Lisa. I'm back with my latest project, which are some snippet rolls. I've been taking my time working on these and really enjoying doing something a wee bit different and using my sewing machine, of course. And these are all the rage these days in the journaling groups that I'm on Facebook, and everybody's talking about them. So I was itching to try making some. So I'll start off by telling you where I got my inspiration from. First of all was a lady called Chrissy Crosser, and she's on YouTube, and she made the most beautiful snippet rolls. So I came across her videos first, and that gave me some inspiration. And then a lady whose channel I've subscribed to for quite a while now, Roxy Carr 11, she made a beautiful memory snippet roll, and she also does a tutorial. So she really helped me out a lot in her videos. So these are the two ladies that I would like to thank for their inspiration. Where will I start? This is a basic one, so I'll show you this if we've got time at the end. And this is a little memory one that I've made for a gift for somebody. It's actually for a friend's granddaughter. And this is my memory one. So what I've done is I've used some seam binding for a closure, and you just wrap it round and tie it. And I finished off the ends with some little gold beads, and it has a little stick pin just to hold it all together. And the reels that I used, my friend Gail got these for me. Hi Gail! She lives in England, and where she lives she has access to the most wonderful crafting projects. So she got me a few of these reels, and I've just distressed them to use. So what I'm going to do is I am going to unroll this and then start at the very beginning. So this is what the reel looks like now that I've distressed it, and I've also done this one in the pink tone, so there's various distressing inks being used in each of them, and I've gone over it with distressing glaze so that it won't lift. And I've attached it with some lace and my trusty Yoo-hoo glue. I absolutely love this glue. I'm not sure if it's acid free, so I am careful about where I use it. I have also used various different items that I had, things that mean a lot to me, little various memory things, which I'll hopefully remember to show when we're going through. So various layers of lace. I've started off with some calico cotton and some gold, oh gosh, what do you call this? Taffeta, gold taffeta, which I've sandwiched some cheesecloth in and some tulle and some gauze, just to make a little shabby chic sandwich, and then put various layers of little scraps and snippets of lace and fabric and ribbon and eyelash trim. I've just used lots of different things. So if you decide to make a snippet roll, you can add little touches yourself, like this little charm from a broken bracelet, and I've sewn in some beautiful scented lavender because I've got a whole big bag of this stuff and I'm trying to use it up. Somebody on YouTube had done this, and I thought, oh, what a great idea. I've got a bag of lavender, so yet another way I can use it. And that's been stitched into a little ribbon bag. And I've done lots of hiding things underneath various bits and pieces just to make it more interesting. So here is a little stick pin, some embellishments. This is fabric from my wee boy's pram cover that I made him when I was pregnant. So he will be 8 in the summer. And this was fabric that I'd used to line the knitted pram cover. And I was really chuffed when I came across this and I was able to use it. And here are some little links from my Silver Links of London Sweetie bracelet. And these are spare ones, so I've sewn them in. And this is a wee charm that my beloved Gran gave me about 35 years ago, and she bought it off her doorstep from a gypsy traveller. And my Gran always said it was bad luck not to buy something like that off of your doorstep from a traveller. So that was why she got it and gave it to me, and I've had it ever since. And here I have put in some sequins. And this is a lovely piece from an old bracelet, a vintage bracelet. And I've sewn that on. All the decorated pieces have all been sewn on. And the actual base of the snippet roll was stitched in my sewing machine. And some of the, well, most of the lace pieces were stitched with the sewing machine. And here is a little chain which I've just sewn on. And underneath here there is a little charm which kind of represents my engagement ring. And some gauze here. This is actually surgical gauze, and this is fantastic to use in your projects. It gives you a lot of texture. And a beautiful little crochet flower. And a charm, some more ribbon which has just been ruffled. And a little piece of another vintage bracelet or necklace that I've sewn in. And if you look closely here, you'll see a little seashell. And that was gifted to me by my friend Gail. And it's something that's quite sentimental to her. So it was really nice of her to give me it. And I've sewn it in underneath some tulle. And it just adds a lovely touch. And here I've done some stamping onto fabric. And this is a little vintage pin that I picked up in a charity shop. And it really is quite old, I think. But I got it for £1, so that was a good buy. And here I've sewn in some sea glass that was collected from a Scottish beach or an English beach. I've got a whole bag of it. Some of it was collected in Scotland and some in England by my friend Gail. So what I've done is I have picked out the flatter pieces of sea glass and I've sewn them in under some tulle. So there's one there and one there. And a little key to represent, I don't know what, but I thought it looked lovely. And a little kind of shabby chic flower. It's a rosette trim. Here, look at this gorgeous wee bumblebee. So I've sewn that in on top of some gold ribbon and sewn in some sequins underneath here. And here's more sea glass and some broken, this was from an old vintage necklace. And this is a little charm from an old bracelet that my daughter gave me, and I've just unhooked one of the little charms and attached it there. And here is a little clock charm and another piece of an old necklace, and I've sewn in a little bead under there. And you'll see here, there's various different layers, lots and lots of layers. And here is an old earring, and I've sewn in some pearl trim here. And a little Scottish thistle, because I can't do a project without having something in it from Scotland, so that's to represent being Scottish. And a beautiful piece from an old bracelet which I've sewn in here, and loads of beautiful layers there. Sewn in some beads. This is one of my little crochet roses, and a little birdcage charm here. More of that fabric from my son's pram cover, some beads, a little resin leaf, another piece from the vintage bracelet, some beautiful, beautiful cotton lace which my friend Gail gets for me and sends me it because we really don't have anywhere decent where I live. And this is an old vintage brooch which I got in a charity shop, and there are a few wee pieces of bling missing from that. And there's also some elements from my wee grandson's pram cover. This is some trim here which I'd originally got to use in the cover. He's 10 years old and I didn't use it, but there is some lace, some lovely cream lace in here, and now that I'm looking for it I'm not going to be able to find it, but that was left over from his pram cover and it is in here, just not sure I can see it, it is buried. Anyway, it is in there. So I have added various bits and pieces that mean a lot to me, and I've just decorated it there at the top. So I'll run over it again so you can see it. And this is my memory snippet roll. Next I'll show you the one that I made for a gift. So same closure, same theme, and another vintage brooch which I got in a charity shop. And this one, most of the lace was sewn on at the one time in my sewing machine, whereas the one that I did for me, the first one, I attached with tailors tacking some big sections of lace in on various places first. But this, I really just ran it through the machine and added the bits of lace as I went along. So there's a little butterfly, and this is a crochet butterfly which I've made. Some more of that lovely trim, a little flower, tiny little rosebud, some more fabric, a vintage button sewn behind some ribbon, another little crochet flower, the bumblebee, the key, some sea glass, this time hidden behind some glittery tulle, pearls, the vintage bracelet piece, lots of layers here, some beautiful eyelash trim, another little ring charm, and the resin leaf, some rosette trim, lots of lovely layers. You can see them here. There's some burlap, some lace, ribbon, more tulle and lace, and some of that pram cover trim, some beading along here. And this one I actually just decorated back. I didn't do it with the other one, but it has lace, and that is the little one. And here I'll quickly talk about how I made it. This is completely not decorated. It just has all the lace layers and the ribbon layers in it. Some sari silk there, some fabric, eyelash trim, lace, vintage lace here, some broderie anglais lace. And what I did, this is some eyelash trim here, some lavender. What I did was I stitched main pieces, big sections of lace. I tailor tacked them at various points on top of the taffeta and the calico sandwich. And then I added some bits as I went along. I ran it through the sewing machine down the centre, and I added various bits at either side as I went along, so that most of them were attached in the centre and there would be some layers there. And once I had done that, I then went back down either side and stitched some more lace and fabric snippets on. But what I did do was I didn't want everything to be totally stitched and be flat. So as I went along, I lifted up various pieces and pinned them out of the way, so that as I was running down, I wouldn't stitch absolutely everything. And there you'll see this part isn't stitched, but this part is. And that gave me a variety of texture and layers. So this part is not stitched. Under here is. This part is stitched. And when you come down the other side, you'll see where there are various bits that are quite loose. And these bits are stitched. So I found that was the best way to do it, and that provides lots of shabbiness, lots of layers, and there's various pieces that are sticking out, like this piece of tulle. And bigger pieces like this, you would hand stitch them on, because if you went along that with your sewing machine, then it would ruin the flower. And you'll see here, there's some pieces of gauze there sticking up, various bits of fabric. and this is what it looks like on the back. So it does end up quite messy on the back, but with the wee one I made, I just attached some lace along it. I didn't go down the centre because I didn't want to destroy all these layers. I just went down either side and I lifted up all of these pieces away from the sewing machine and ran down it to stitch the lace at the back, and that gave it a much better finish. You see, there's 2 rows of stitching down either side. So that's it, and I hope that you like it and that it perhaps gives you some inspiration. And that is the difference between not decorated and decorated, that you would just add in as much or as little as you like, and you can do it as you go along. So I hope you have a bash yourself, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Thank you. Bye.